Sorry, it's another phone video. So I got to thinking, why do us normal users, I'm a pro user as well, but why do us normal users, the casual users, why did we hate when Apple switched over to USB-C and Thunderbolt, as did this laptop? So that's an M4 Pro, MacBook Pro, and I use Thunderbolt all the time, really. I mean, this is a 2.5 gig NIC right there. It's connected to the wall over there, and it's connected to Thunderbolt. I think it can also work over USB-C, but I wouldn't trust that. But I also have a 10 gig Thunderbolt NIC. But why were we so pissed? It's because there's not really anything that a normal user would want with Thunderbolt. I mean, sure, there's Ethernet controllers. There's one right down there. That's the one I was just talking about. But a normal user doesn't really have space for that in their life. They're just going to use Wi-Fi. So why the hell would they need that? They don't. Apple made a huge mistake by keeping USB-C, especially when they could have brought it back. This thing is definitely thick enough to where they could have added some USB-A ports, but they didn't because they're A-holes instead. Or people would have been mad at them about making them buy all the dongles. But if that was a factor, then, well, we wouldn't have seen HDMI or actually SD cards on the side as well. We wouldn't have seen those things if they were worried about that. So why the hell aren't we getting USB-A back? It's time, and it's actually long past time, and they can do it now. But they probably still won't. That's kind of depressing, because us normal consumers, we're going to use Wi-Fi. We're not going to use super fast storage. We're going to buy a cheap ass hard drive, put all our shit on that, and have it, and it's connected to USB 3, USB-A, USB 3, not USB-C, USB 3. So for a normal consumer, that is so annoying to have to go and get a $30 adapter from Apple. Yeah, there's cheaper options, but again, I've tried those options and I wouldn't trust them with my life. But I don't think I would trust Apple with my life either, but that's another subject entirely, not really even a subject. Anyway, yeah, it's incredibly annoying to go have to do that when they could have just added a port into the goddamn machine in the first place, which they should have done when they were designing the M1 ones, let alone the M4 ones. But yeah, so that's why us consumers are all pissed at Apple. It's because, yeah, sure, great capability, but to do that, you have to pay a lot more money. You have to give up your hard-earned cash to take advantage of that. And normal consumers aren't going to do that crap. They're not going to pay extra money for stuff they're never ever going to need, ever going to actually use the full the full speed. So why should they? Well, they shouldn't have to. There should be an option for a USB-A equipped MacBook. There should be an option for a USB-A equipped iMac. I mean, most of all, the freaking iMac. I mean, the Mac Mini has USB-A ports, for God's sakes. Why doesn't the iMac? I mean, the most basic of users are either going to get a MacBook Air or an iMac. And if they get a big computer, they better be able to plug their big stuff into it. And their big stuff is probably old. That means USB-A. And not being able to do that is just goddamn rude out of the box. Shouldn't have to go and get an adapter or a dock to do that. Docks are annoying. Adapters are stupid. They break all the time. It's just another layer of failure. It's just a bad idea. It shouldn't have happened, and they really should do something about this. USB over Air. Yeah, let's go with that. That's a good take.